Hi, I'm Rigger. This is You Alright, and today we're getting crazy. But before all that though, be sure to like the video if you like it, share the video if you think others would like it, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe if you want to see more. How fast? I don't know. Anyway, before we start, I don't think this is going to happen, okay? I don't think this is going to happen. So if you see comments down there saying how dumb this is, and unlikely, and no way, or, whatever, I know, okay? But it's fun. Salem could be the savior of Mantle. I don't just mean like her actions will result in the saving of Mantle, I mean like she may be upheld as the savior of Mantle by the people. And yeah, you might think that's pretty crazy, and yeah, it kind of is, but look at the situation. Imagine you're in Mantle right now. You're a citizen, a faunus probably, and you're stuck in the mines. Let's go over the last few days. Well, actually, before the last few days even, let's go over the last year or so. Life has gotten crappier. You and your family work in the mines. You're sickly, you're worn out, Ironwood and the Schnees are sitting comfy up in Atlas with the rest of those posh people. During the Vital Festival, injuries lead to the death of a student. There was actually an Atlas robot? That's weird. Then you receive a warning from a mysterious woman's voice saying that the world is on the brink of war, and the headmasters, along with those in charge, they rule with power that they refuse to let go, and they can't be trusted. Then, you see a grim-filled city, overrun, and Atlas robots attacking people? That's crazy. Then the Cross-Continental goes down, and all news from the outside world is cut off. And then you hear nothing. Then the embargo happens. Money gets scarcer, hours get thinner, life just continues to get harder. Mantle's outer wall is shoddy, and grim attacks just happen now and then, and you hope that crappy Atlas robots can keep you safe. Outside of that, your faith is in the Happy Huntresses and Penny. You're banking on Robin to get elected and maybe help you and your family have a voice. Jacques Schnee then comes on and suspends business. You're losing your job now, and there is riots in the streets. Then, on election night, there is a rally and a mass murder. One of the Happy Huntresses is injured, and multiple people are killed. People you may know. They have kids. Jacques Schnee, your greatest enemy, is then elected. Ironwood's machine Penny is blamed for this murder. Strict curfews are now enforced in Atlas, without explanation. Then, one night, the heat goes off, and you and everyone you know starts freezing. Atlas robots attempt to tell you to clear the streets, and they are destroyed by the mob as public fires are started and needed to keep people alive. Then, a grim attack on a scale you've never seen before. Everything you know and love is being torn away from you and destroyed. In the resulting chaos, the people seen defending you, a few huntsmen, the Aesops, and Penny, who seems to be back on side. Suddenly, a news broadcast. Ironwood is there, and Robin, and they appear telling you everything you know is a lie. A mass murderer and a former Atlas scientist are behind all the evil happening, and the Grim have now, and always been, controlled by a great evil called Salem. But it's alright. We just have to work together, and we'll start that by evacuating everyone. Ironwood will help you. Robin endorses his plan, and it all seems to be true thanks to Assemblus. At least that's how you think that works, you're not really sure. Things are going somewhat well. And then the transports stop coming, and a gigantic, grim army appears, led by a gargantuan, flying whale that is like nothing you have ever seen or could even imagine. You cannot comprehend the sight in front of you. There's still a few Grim in the streets now, and the Happy Huntresses tell you to go to the crater. They appear on the news, hijacking it, saying Ironwood has abandoned you, but get to the crater, they will protect you. So you go. It's tough. Conditions are awful, it's hard, there isn't much food, you're cramped, but you're alive. Then, in the middle of the night, your scroll lights up, as does everyone's, and a little girl pops up saying that she's a huntress, and that there are maidens who are magical people, and relics that are magical items, and Salem is real. Also, you cannot trust Ironwood. He and the other headmasters all knew about this stuff, and then it cuts off. Then, the barrier around Atlas fails, and the whale lands up there. Then that night, all you hear is bombs going off above your head, and gunfire. Then, the loudest bang and brightest light you have ever heard goes off above you in the morning, and the sky is blotted out with grim particles in the rising sun. Then, strangely, STC ships start coming down in mass. You know what those are. They're the freighters. They're not attack ships or gunships. You know them quite well. The dust you and your family mine get loaded on them every single day, or at least they did before the embargo. They could be perhaps supplies coming, or maybe a way out. The whale you think might be dead, so this is at least help coming, finally. Then, Atlas fighters fly in and attack those ships, and they start crashing around you, and you have to flee as they start landing in and around the crater. Then the emergency broadcast signal goes off and everyone's scroll lights up again, and Ironwood appears. He shows footage of those SDC ships being shot down, showing that it is his handiwork, and then tells you that Penny and her friends, whatever that means, aren't cooperating, and as such, he is willing to bomb Mantle out of existence. Now you huddle alone in the dark, waiting to die. That's where you're at. So what I pitch to you is what happens next? What if Ironwood by the end of this volume dies, or runs, or the team get the staff and run, or even Salem gets the staff but doesn't use it yet, and people evacuate, whatever, but you're just this person in Mantle. Whatever the case, the bomb doesn't go off, so that's nice. Without the whale, Salem really isn't in shape to lead a grand chase right away. But she's left around Atlas and Mantle, she's just here. So, imagine you're one of those people. And then, this woman who can control Grimm just flies down to you. Just into the crater she just flies down. A scary magic lady, who calls herself Salem. Now you've heard from Ironwood and Robin and that little girl on TV that this is the greatest evil in the world who wants to destroy everyone and everything with Grimm. She has to be stopped. However, the Grimm aren't attacking. They're around, but they're just not doing anything. They could destroy you in a moment, but they're just sitting around. This woman, Salem, floats down and says, "Mantle, poor Mantle, the cowardly and treacherous General Ironwood has left you abandoned. He was willing to sacrifice you all simply because he didn't want to hand over his treasure to me. He lied to you. He kept you in the dark. Did you know that all this time the city above your head was not even held by dust but by one little stick? One little staff that had anyone touched it, it could have dropped Atlas on your heads of you and your family, on a whim. It was in his hands the whole time, as was the key to get it, a magical woman who could have defended your walls with ease, with power beyond your imagining, and yet he locked her up and hid her from the world, from helping you. Look at your lives, and look at how he treated you. Ironwood, Ozpin, and the other headmasters have all lied to you for generations, putting you all at risk because they wanted to hold on to their precious treasures that they do not own. Those treasures were created ages ago. They were created by forces stronger than any could imagine for the strict purpose of bringing people together, of humanity becoming better, to give the world and the people a chance to learn. Did you know there was a lamp that you can ask any questions and it will give you the answer? Anything. Anything you want to know. You could know the mysteries of the universe. And did you know that those questions have been squandered? Were you asked what you would like to ask the lamp? Were you consulted? No. It was selfishly kept and hidden from the world. These headmasters train children to fight the monsters out in the lands. Or so they say. But really, they use your children as nothing but guards to hoard over what power they can. Look around. Do you see a threat? My Grimm, do as I say. None need feel fear with me present. So, people of Mantle, I offer you this. Join me. Help me free the world. Grimm are a threat to you, but not if you're with me. Help me use them to bring freedom and peace. No more will you have to shake in your bed, wondering if those in charge will keep you safe this night from the evils of the world. There is no evil. There's just what they say and the truth. And the truth is, I attacked Atlas. The truth is, I was attempting to liberate you from what they stole from the world. The truth is, my forces focused on Atlas. You saw it yourself. Because we are not monsters. I do apologize if any harm came to you and those you care about because of my Grimm, but this is war. However, it need not ever happen again. You will hear no lies from me. I will not send you to your death against your will. I have no need to terrorize you in your homes. I set out against the academies to liberate the relics and free the world from their lies. If you would like to join me, you are welcome. There is no oppression here. There is no discrimination here. You will not be held down for what you are and what you choose to believe. My forces and I will recover, and we will continue. You may stay here, of course. I will leave. I cannot be responsible for the actions of the Grimm once I am gone, however. Their natural instincts will take over, I am afraid. However, come with me and I will provide you shelter and safe passage. The Grimm shall not harm a hair on any one of you. Once we leave this wasteland also, you will be free to go. Travel the lands as you see fit with you and your family, and leave me behind if you wish. Or, travel with me. Help me save the world. The choice is yours. But for now, please feel safe, please feel free. Gather what food and supplies you need. You are under my protection. You are truly safe now. And with that, she leaves back to do her business, and the Grimm stand around idly, doing nothing, being no threat. Now, that's a very long speech, and I'm not going to redraft it and redo it till I get it down to a more manageable size for like an episode of TV, but that's the gist of it. But keeping it in mind, what would you do? You've been threatened and abandoned by Atlas, who had nothing but distaste for you even before then. You faced discrimination your entire life. The guy you trusted just threatened to bomb you as leverage. Your savior was seen on TV endorsing him. Everything you know is a lie. Even the quote-unquote good guys admitted to you they haven't been telling you the truth. Now this Salem appears. Let's look at the facts. Even the good guys admit they're liars. Everything you know is wrong and they've lied to you before. But those liars blamed this woman for everything. But they're liars. This woman and her Grimm forces did focus on Atlas. Atlas which threatened to bomb you out of existence earlier today. She now walks among you just a person. A powerful person, but not a monster. She hurts no one, demands nothing, and with her around, the Grimm leave you alone. The biggest threat you've ever feared your whole life, the oppressive force that kept you scared and kept you reliant on Atlas, the Grimm, are docile puppies around her. You could walk up and pet that sentinel right now. She makes a good offer. Promises protection, demands nothing, and says you can help tell the rest of the world the truth. These lies affect everyone. Every person in every kingdom, of every race, of every species, and all their children. And you find out, even from their mouths, from the little girl on TV, that they're doing this to protect some magic items that they want to keep hidden from the world. Items that apparently have the powers to help everyone, but they never told anyone they existed. This lady is trying to get them back to actually use them. With her around, there would be no need for huntsmen and huntresses. The children and soldiers that a lot of kids grow up to be, that give up their lives defending the people in the walls for these people in charge, that you find out now it was just to hide their treasures, they aren't necessary anymore with this woman in charge. No child would have to grow up to die to defend his city. It wouldn't be necessary. This is your opportunity to change the world. For the first time ever, you have a purpose. You have a chance. You have a choice. You are supported and you can help everyone. Ironwood said he'd protect you, and you were attacked. And then he threatened to bomb you. This woman promises protection, and you're actually safe. What, are you going to just judge her because she's different? Because she looks a bit scary? You've been judged for how you look and what you are your entire life. And you know that that's not how things work. That's not who a person is. So, what do you choose to do? Now, you might be asking, why would Salem do this? Because divide them. You now have a motivated pro-Salem movement. You have now very easily motivated and supported and oppressed people, demonstrated your powers. They already have proof that they've been lied to by others, and now you show them that even their understanding of Grimm is wrong. Now she doesn't need these people, of course not, but using people is Salem's specialty. She can use them to sow discord. Let them back into the world. Let them go to Vale or Vacuo or Mistral if they want to, but now they know they can't trust anyone in charge. Every time they see a Grim attack from now on, they know they could have been safe under Salem. And so could all of the people. Every huntsman who dies, every innocent victim, all of it isn't necessary, and it's all to guard a precious relic in the school. Even the little huntsman girl on TV confirmed that's what they were doing. Even the good guys said so. It doesn't take much to create unrest, especially among frightened people. It's an easy move. It costs Salem basically nothing, and she gets what could be a fair bit of help. They become walking propaganda. And those more dedicated who really want to help and actually work for her, well, that's a lot of infiltrators. Send in the lowly overlooked Faunus Atlas survivors into Vacuo. Let them help them, help them, they need our support. And then they can act to sow doubt, raid armaments, do missions, and make life hell for the city so they can prepare for Salem's arrival to quote-unquote liberate them all. Lots will stick with Salem simply out of fear. It's Salem or nothing. Freeze out here, be Grim food, or go with Salem where it's safe. They learned a valuable lesson, one they heard a long time ago on TV. What was it that lady said again over the picture of the chess piece? Oh yeah, ask yourself, when the first shots are fired, who do you think you can trust? But that's all for now. Until next time, remember, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So when my friends become my enemies, maybe your enemies become your friends. Also, being eaten by Grim is bad, so maybe just listen to the big immortal scary witch lady. Anyway, my name is Rigger. Hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope I did alright.